Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's having a great day. Only Dummynation wows. Yes, TJ. Humble apologies. My sincere apologies. We got a big one on deck today, though. We tried and failed an entire stream to get this country to go. So we have a big one to try today. But let's go ahead and get started with it. Hit the record button and we're ready to rumble. Brothers, welcome back to Dummynation. Today we're going to be playing as the most upvoted country from the last video, which, as you can see, we've already tried a few times and did not work out for us. And that is Tonga. Now, Tonga is a legendary start. We are a small island out here in the Pacific. Not a lot going for us right now. 194 in GDP, 187 in population. GDP per capita is 116 and military is non-existent. Now, we really struggle with opening moves here because we have to build up a military and then find an easy target. Now, the easiest target to get is Papua New Guinea, but we have to do that without angering China, who will also want to come over here. We do not have any money to get an alliance with anybody. We can check the big four here, but we can see that the United States wants 80 million. China, 21. 1.6 for India. Russia, 9 million. Oof, rough start. Okay, how about Iran? Is there anyone that... Iran is possible. I mean, it's not going to do us a ton. I would also love Japan or Indonesia. We could do Indonesia for basically all of our money, and Australia is probably off the table as well. Yes, okay. Iran, you are now new friend number 1. Congratulations. We will buy that alliance. Let's go ahead and fix our economy by first off getting down military service, because if we get attacked, we get attacked. There's no point in paying for it. We'll be dead regardless. Next, let's go ahead and start spending money on military research. We're definitely going to need some drones here to protect ourselves. We'll throw in, I believe, 16 points. Actually, we could throw in another 8 right there to get drones and robotics for 17. And then we'll have 3.6 to start working up. Now, our economy will bring down social spending, bring up military, bring up R&D, and bring up liquidity. And then let's go ahead and spend some of that money on our troops. Getting as about... Here's the problem, though, is we can't get a ton of things. We only have 1 million left. Let's get 500 tanks. A unit of drones. And a unit of killer robots. And that's all of our money. Let's also just try and get a little bit more drones out there. We don't really have the population to buy any foot soldiers. So we're just going to have to kind of wait on this and hopefully have some easy moves for us once we get our troops out. Tonga, it's Tonga time? It's, yeah. What's up, Maverick? How are you? Where in the world are you today, my friend? San Diego. Not a bad place to be. Pop down by the beach. Good to see you, Corgi. You as well, my friend. Dude, these drones take forever to build. If we have to restart, I'm gonna build rockets instead of drones to start off with. I thought you died, Corgers. Where you been? Dude, last week, so I'm on this new medication, and honestly, it just effed up my sleep schedule. I'd be up until, like, could not fall asleep at, like, 3 in the morning. I'd wake up for, like, I'd fall asleep for, like, 2 hours, and then be wide awake for, like, 2, and then fall asleep, and just, like, just completely out of it. I had to switch up my dosage. All right. We are done with troops. I'm going to go ahead and risk Papua New Guinea because they're already getting attacked. Papua New Guinea does have a great amount of population that we can get, and we desperately need population because we can't afford the current army that we have, even though we just have drones and tanks right now. So let's go ahead and try and grab some of this for the population. Even though Papua New Guinea does have a small army, we should be able to defeat it, hopefully without too many losses on our end. Or you been doing your glasses thing? Dude, so yeah, I got the eye appointment, and then as I'm finishing up, you know, the last thing you do is like put on the contacts to make sure they fit. So they didn't have the contacts for like my eye, so I had to like wait for them to order it, and they let me know yesterday at like 5:50 that they had it. Of course they're closed by then. It's like, hey, we just got it. I called them this morning to be like, hey, when can I come in? They're like, Thursday at the end of the day. I was like, oh, come on. So I will have contacts on Friday. All right, here's our full army. It's not the most impressive, I will give you that. We did lose a substantial amount of troops fighting Papua New Guinea, but we do finally have our killer robots. So a decently balanced army, even though we're low on piercing. Should be able to handle the rest of Papua New Guinea. Currently 117 in GDP, not making a ton of money. We'll have to go ahead and find some opportunities over here in potentially Africa. But Papua New Guinea is dealt with a little bit more strenuously than we had initially anticipated. But that should be the end of them. And we'll start moving over here to see if we can pick off any weak targets remaining. Like I do see that Morocco looks like they have fallen. That would be a great target for us if we can get over there. Although I don't know how much I want to anger the Iberian Peninsula. I don't know why I thought Tonga was already done. No, we lost a few runs and I had to like walk away from it. It was getting a little bit too much. How's our overall population? We're 95. Yeah, we need more. I don't suppose. Yeah, I was going to say any of these guys are weak. Is the Gambia? Senegal ate the Gambia. Yeah, I guess we have Namibia or Angola as an option. Let's go ahead and fight. Wait. Cameroon? Cameroon's alive. How big are they? They're 100. They're 48 in population. Basically the same as Angola, actually better. No friends. Let's go up to Cameroon. Angola seems to be the kind of hot spot to be right now, and I don't want to fight every country in the world for it. So let's go ahead and fight for this land. Ooh, we are pretty low on ammunition shortage. So once we get Angola, or excuse me, Cameroon done, we're going to take a little bit of a break, or have to, and wait for a good GDP target. But we need the population. I believe we are sustainable. Yes, we are with our current population, but we definitely would like a little bit more to support buying more troops, because as you can see, we're only at 27. We could potentially even recruit some foot soldiers now. But since we unlocked the technology for drones, they are just better pound for pound. So we'll probably stick with them, but this should allow our tax base to increase a little bit. What's up, Craft? How are you? Angola's good for population. Yeah, Cameroon's probably better. But now that we have this, I'm not too worried about the population. Yeah, 46 is decent. And since we're low on ammunition shortage, we definitely need to target someone who's economically viable. Let's go ahead and buy another unit of drones if we can, just a small unit. And take our little pitiful army and head home. Actually, we should meet probably in the Middle East, wait for an opportunity. Like what's happening here is looks like China and Russia are fighting. Interesting. Is China gonna win that? Oh, that's a problem for us. We'd love to engage Russia. We just don't have any troops to really do that with. That's honestly too big of a target. That would, I mean, our ammunition shortage is bad already, but we can't ignore it. So let's just go ahead and get ready for it. So we're going to have to be pretty strategic on what we take away from Russia. Oh, frick. South Korea would be a really good target. It would be so much better for us if we could get over there instead. I'm going to risk it. Let's try and get over to South Korea, as they have fallen. I know they have probably some friends. Yeah, the United States, which we would definitely be angering. I don't suppose. Yeah, 20 million. China? We could get a cheap alliance with China. This is what we're going to do. We're going to buy this cheap alliance with China. They're willing to sell it to us cheap because they're pretty weak themselves. Not weak enough for us to take, but weak enough for them to want to be our friends. That will help us out economically a little bit, especially once we take out South Korea and get borders with them. Hopefully we can get that done before the United States gets involved. But South Korea, being the 13th best GDP and 28th in population, is the exact country we need right now. By the way, will there be world wars today, or is there just Tonga? As always, if there's time, basically, if this is a nightmare run that takes us all day, no. But I'm gonna try and get some. Multiplayer in. All right, South Korea is still pretty weak. Looks like they peaced out with China, which is great. We can grab most of this land. Let's go ahead and fight them for it. Please, no fighting, no war with the United States. Oh, God, they declared war on us. Okay. I was hoping we have 34 million. We're just honestly going to have to hope that we can take this land before the United States comes over. I mean, we're not losing too much of a military. Honestly, I'm all in on South Korea. Because the more we can take away, you can see we're already making 260. We were making like 12 before this. So it's worth fighting them down. Even if we lose our entire army, we already have more money than we've had the entire game since the start. All right, that's South Korea defeated. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, big opportunity. We are now 15 and 25. Let's go. Dude, we're actually big enough to honestly start producing some drones and killer robots. So let's get that on the table. 60% is a little bit aggressive. Let's get killer robots down and drones up. And say 37 will be good enough for us to start off with. Let's go ahead and invest what little we can into tanks. And we need to hold the line for a little bit. I know Russia is definitely on the table, but we have no military. And in fact, I think we're getting invaded or pretty close to it. As the United States, we have to figure out how to peace out with them. So let's head home. Hopefully we can avoid the United States Army and just hold our territory for a little bit. Because all we need is this. This is all we need. Isn't 40% of the world's military spending by the US? I think it's even higher than that, to be honest with you. But what's even crazier is basically most people in NATO also buy their military equipment from the United States. So even though the United States doesn't have direct control over them, they do have control over the supply chain, which is why Europe is building their own, or really focusing on building their own military forces, is because they feel the United States is not as trustworthy a partner. If Korea is K-pop, dude, yeah, we are now the rulers of K-pop. It's in our hands. Oh, and let's get a level of reactive armor for tanks that won't protect our killer robots, but will protect basically everything else. So now we just hold out here. I mean, our military power is at 59. I'm gonna wait until that gets a little bit higher, and then we'll see if there's any bit of Russia we can take over. But right now, this is more about self-perseverance than anything else, as we still have pretty high ammunition shortage debuff. So we need to wait for this to shrink down a little bit. So we're pretty happy with our position, just quietly building up troops, letting good buddy China hopefully survive a little bit longer. Yeah, they've rebuilt. So they will be a great ally. We caught them in a great moment to become their friend. And we should be fine from here. To be fair, UK and Europe shouldn't be that resilient or reliant on the US to begin with, even if it's a trustworthy partner. I mean, when you're so strongly allied to people, you specialize in things, right? So you take the country that has the more money and the technology, and you go, hey, that's a trustworthy partner. They're specializing in their military. In military technology, we'll specialize in something else. And it's really hard to be like a European power and be like, oh, every other country around us has free healthcare and all these other social things. We need to spend money on the military. And then you have the population going for the last 30 years going like, for what? The Cold War is over. Ooh, Taiwan is also pretty weak right now. It is kind of a little bit scary to be challenging China for that, especially when we really don't have a military. I think we let that one go for the time being. Because if we save up from this position, we're so strong, we could go fight like down Mexico and really hammer ourselves strong. But we don't even have 10 million right now, so I don't think we need to be aggressive, especially as we still have not been able to secure a peace treaty with the United States. I think we'd just be passive for right now. Or you missed Egypt? No, I'm purposely not missing anything. We're the biggest power in the world, and we only have 5 million troops, but we're the 15th best economy. So I'm waiting. We got to build up troops here. Russia? No, I totally see it. But again, there's not a lot we can do. We have 5 million troops, guys. I don't know how many of you started with a legendary start before, but 5 million is not a lot to get anything done. So we definitely need to bide our time here. I mean, this is our first 1,000 tanks we've had the entire game. Saudi Arabia. Yeah, again, another great target. Would love to strike them. Actually, Saudi Arabia might be worth it. Okay, so new plan. Saudi Arabia, who are your friends? Just Sudan. And they're really weak at this point. We have a small army. It's big enough to get this done. Let's go ahead and head over and fight down Saudi Arabia. They've already been slightly eaten, but they're the 19th best GDP, 35 in population, which would put us probably somewhere back in the top 15. We could just not walk through every country. Pathing in this game. One day it will be fixed. Yeah. We still need to avoid the United States because we are still at war with them. Hopefully that price will go down, but if we get this economy, it might be a little bit cheaper, and our friendship with China should protect us as they still have, they've rebuilt. They're about 30 million strong compared to the United States is 9 million. The United States is actually pretty weak right now. That's a good thing for us. We could potentially not even have to worry about becoming their friend and fight them, although they still have all their friends. So not right now, but definitely we're strong enough to fight Saudi Arabia without having to worry about reprisals from the United States. And let's go ahead and fight them down right now. And hopefully Sudan, yeah, Sudan's actually dead themselves, so we don't need to worry about any alliances. Here comes their army. Down falls their army, and here we go. Take Mecca and rioted. Yeah, whatever these big countries on the east are, or the west. I know one of them is Mecca, which would be such a tumultuous thing to actually take in real life. Okay, now the plan is we're gonna flip over here. So we've taken the western economy zones. We're going to flip over. We're going to take Kuwait from them and then kind of really target the hot zones because, again, we're not incredibly strong and we really can't be in long, prolonged fights. So we need to really be targeting the economy zones over here. But we moved up 2 spots already to 14th in GDP. So let's keep that up and grab Kuwait's land. Yes, and we get the capital as well. Good news for us. How's that put us overall? Ninth in GDP, 21 in population. That's exactly where we needed to be. We'll go ahead and fight for the north up here because there's still a little bit more economic zones that we can grab. And maybe even connect our 2 territories. We're not going to really worry too much about the desert because I imagine Ammunition shortage actually slightly under control, but now that we have some money rolling in, we should be able to protect ourselves. How are we doing overall? Military 34. Do we still have that alliance with China? We do. Okay, so we should be fine here as we'll finish up the last little bits of Saudi Arabia. We actually want and leave the desert for like the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic in Saudi Arabia, lol. True, dude. And we're still friends with Iran, too. Dude, Iran survived as well. I completely forgot we had an alliance with them. Vietnam's also on the table. We'll finish up over here. Once I saw Burkina Faso defending China against me. Yeah. Oh gosh, the United States is over here. Okay, let's back out. We don't want to engage them properly. Let's head home. Myanmar and Vietnam are both falling. We have $1 million to spend. Let's get some more tanks out there. Get our recruitment up. Our troops all together. Ooh, decent army here. Let's go. Let's head over to Vietnam, who has 2 million troops. They're pretty strong themselves. Any reservists? They have 5 million reservists. Ooh, that might be a little bit too big for us. Also seen some fighting happening in Taiwan, but they're strong enough to survive this. Cambodia, though? Cambodia is pretty strong. I think we just keep our army here, waiting for China to come back and try and finish the job against Vietnam. Australia declared war on us? No! China, protect me! No. I mean, we're big enough to hold our own a little bit against them, but not... I mean, they're just taking the Dominican Republic land, which honestly, I don't really care about. Here, let's try and play a little bit more defense here. We'll let them have that land as much as we can, I guess. They want 12 million. We really would also need that alliance with the United States. They want 19. Let's send everybody home for the time being, protect our homeland, and kind of ignore Australia. We'll fight this little army along the way, just to prevent them from taking all of our land for free. Let's go home and protect our capital. We have 5K, we need 5.22 for a level of combat training, which we need for the killer robots. So let's play defense again, as again, we're a great target for a lot of people. 9th best GDP, but 25 in military power. We need to hold the line here a little bit. Australia hates Tonga. I know. Might have been saying Tongo or Tonga. What's the country's name? No, I'm not. No, it's Tonga. Yeah. Okay, thank God. I was like, I've been saying that. I was like, it's not Tongo. How's the budget? It's okay. We can get a little bit more killer robots. Oh, you know what? We're actually not producing any reservists. That's 46%. It's fine. Sweden's at war with us now. That's not good. All right, we built up a little bit sizable army for ourselves. I think we're going to go ahead and strike Vietnam. They have some friends. Ooh, they are friends with India. They will survive this. Okay, never mind. We won't strike them. Oh, we could go strike Russia, but I'm worried about fighting Sweden. And honestly, there's not a lot of great land over here. I think honestly, we just keep holding. Let's just head home and keep building up a military. We'll wait for a better opportunity. I mean, Taiwan's still potentially on the table as well. I'd really like to fight Vietnam, but them being friends with India and Bangladesh are concerns, because I'm imagining if Bangladesh is still in the game, they're pretty strong, and indeed they are. India, there's no chance we can become friends. Nope. People really hate us. Getting the VR Game Pass today. I made my own country in Dummynation. What's the VR Game Pass? Dude, I'm going to move over here to Taiwan. I know we're playing a little bit of a risky game. But if they're going to ignore... Actually, they're going to ignore some of that land. We might grab it. I mean, we're already at war with the United States. They're never going to peace out with us. They want 20 million. It's unrealistic. We can grab some bits of Taiwan away and really strengthen our economy. And I think this is the best move for us. So let's go in the north here, fight for this territory, and fight for what remains of Taiwan. And we are done there. Okay, so we're now top 10. We're 8th in GDP, 20th in population. We could definitely use another population if possible. Russia is off the table at this point for us. So, is there any good targets left? Not really. Bangladesh would be amazing, but they're too strong. Brazil's too strong. Yeah, I think we just go back home, get back to building up. We're stronger than we were before, but don't get it twisted. We're not exactly strong. We need to really focus on building this army up. Do you have a goal in this game? Yeah, so we need to get to 100% of the world's economy. So we're at 5% right now. Our exchange rate's actually okay at 70%. That's wonderful. Ooh, China and Japan are fighting a little bit of border skirmishes here. That would be great if they went to all-out war. Could definitely take advantage of that. Uh-oh, China's kind of falling. We need a new friend ASAP. Can we be friends? 150, okay. 300 million, wow. I think everyone's mad because the price of getting an alliance with the United States is so high. We get an alliance with Japan, 900 million. Ooh, we need to really focus on the military and not do a single thing because people are not afraid of us anymore. We really need China to survive. If they fall, we're going down with them. So we really need the beast of China to just save up troops and build up, because right now they're very weak and anyone could crush them. And if they fall, no one wants to be our friend. We're going to be in a really bad spot. What country do you want to do next? Probably Cuba. We haven't done that one, and I think that'd be fun. But it's a fan vote, so I have no say in it. How do I make research go faster? Because I have it 100% funding, it goes slow at max speed. That's based off your country's GDP. So the higher your country's GDP per capita, the faster your research goes. You have done Cuba? Have I? Dang. I think honestly we gotta wait for this peace treaty to become something we can afford. Or we can fight the United States. I don't know. No, we cannot fight the United States. Wow. We also are still at war with freaking Australia. Have you done Papua New Guinea? I definitely have. Yeah. Any friendships we can get? Realistically? Why does everyone want hundreds of millions of dollars? It's because we're at war with the United States. We could get a alliance treaty with Vietnam, but honestly, I kind of want to fight them. We're in a really dangerous spot. No one in the world will become friends with us until we peace out with the United States, but they want $30 million, which is out of our budget. China, our only friend, is pretty weak. If they fall, we're screwed. I mean, Iran's a good partner. Nigeria, can we become friends with you? No, you want 127 million. This is this is a really bad spot for us to be in. No one wants to be our friend. We can get another level of reactive armor, so at least we play defense well. We're sitting at 16 million troops, so we're not exactly a pushover, but if push did come to shove, the United States would absolutely wipe the floor with us. Still at war with Australia. United States and Sweden, all of them are absolutely unattainable in terms of piecing out with them. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of screwed here. I think we can hold the line, but we definitely need things to change in our favor. All right, despite the potential of angering a lot of places, I'm going to take out Vietnam. The reason I want to do that is because China keeps going over there to fight them. They're not strong enough to do it. The United Kingdom's actually getting involved now, too. Let's see if we can grab some land away for ourselves with Vietnam and increase our population. That'll help us out tremendously, especially as we're not using our population to fight. They're just paying taxes, which will help us out a ton. How's our growth? Pretty low. We could definitely increase that. Can't actually cancel that. Let's just grab population away from Vietnam. Go, 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 go. Okay, so we grabbed a little bit of population away. I don't honestly think it was amazing. We moved up 2 spots, so that's okay. We could love a Malaysia to fall, which is possible. How's their diplomacy? Nobody I'm super afraid of. The Philippines also would be a potentially good target. They have 10 million though, so a little bit tougher of a nut to crack. Indonesia is obviously the big scary one. I think honestly we got to go back and just continue to keep saving up. We need a bigger military. I keep looking at our military and being like, surely this is big enough, and each time I'm disappointed. We we need more. Realistically, we're going to need like 30 million and you guys to survive. Because we could attack China right now, but then where's that put us? As the world's #1 enemy. Nor do I really think we're equipped to fight the long battle against China, although it looks like they're going down. Oh no. Let's get over here, I guess. They still have 6 million reservists. I'm not going over there to defend China. I'm looking more for an opportunity. If they're going to fall, at least I'm going to get a little bit of it, you know? But for the time being, I agree. Let's go ahead and lower military spending a little bit, especially now that we're a little bit stronger. Increase our social spending. Get some more population going for us. A little bit more tax. Not a tremendous amount of increase, but at least we're not losing population anymore. And we're going to be in here for the long game, so we might as well make the long-term investment in investing in social. And I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Let's see how this goes. I think China lives. Let's go home. Hold the line. We're still fine. I mean, things are looking incredibly dire. This is probably just a matter of time. I mean, if China falls, everyone's going after us. We can't get an alliance anywhere. We gotta peace out with the United States, but it's $30 million. Australia, can we actually fight you? I mean, we could. It'd be a battle to the death, though. Ugh. I'm thinking about flipping to a theocracy. Because we're going to be in this for the long game, we might as well get some more population out of it. Our overall population, top 20, we really need that to be a lot higher. We could get by on our own if we had a better population. How's the rest of the world spinning compared to us? They're all growing very strong. They're all growing at 3%. Let's go ahead and take our military spending down and our... Oh, keep it positive though. Research down, liquidity down. Let's at least get to 3% to try and match everybody else. Keep social spending high for now. Well, let's increase our economic prowess because we don't want to be left so far behind. I mean, everyone else is growing at like 3.5%, 3%. Let's keep somewhat competitive with that. Let's also buy another unit of tanks, 800. How many tanks do we have now? We should have about almost 5K. Hold the line, my friends. Ooh, we could actually almost afford an alliance with India for 5 million. That's honestly kind of doable. Especially if we lower the amount we're spending on production. Because we're, oh gosh, we're producing 50%. Yeah, we got to lower that. Unfortunately, let's go down to 34%. Start getting a little bit more money out there. What's up, Aziz? How are you? Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Fortunately for us, the world's in a little bit of a Cold War state. But spending half of our money, or finding out we were spending half our money, is not exactly a great look. Only producing 3% of killer robots is not amazing either. You should lower production tab because you don't have enough population. No, because I'm building things that don't rely on population, it's fine. Reservists are the only thing we're spending money or actual population on. And that doesn't really account for a lot of money. Reservists are very cheap. And I think we honestly start saving up for this alliance with India. If we can become friends with India and China, we should be secure in our future. I mean, how is our diplomacy looking? I mean, China really likes us. We will probably lose Iran as an ally. But I'd trade 46 million for 21 million and the economic prowess of India. This ain't looking good for an early end. No, we're definitely in this for a while. Oh my god, China declared war on us? We could peace out with them, but that was a big shocker. Why are they at war with us? Oh no. Oh no. I think because they want Korea. Oh god. This ain't looking good. I mean, our military power matches our GDP. I can't believe they betrayed us like that. They want 37 million. I mean, it's basically the same to get a peace treaty with the United States. And if we could do that, we really can ramp up a lot of peace treaties elsewhere. Iran, did you lose us? No, you kept us as a friend. I don't know. I mean, we're not doing anything bold, but I don't think we're going to stand here very long. If we lose South Korea, we've lost the game. Losing China was very surprising, and I don't think they're going to... That was the last time we'll see them. Our exchange rate has humiliatingly dropped to 56%. Why is everyone the strongest they're ever going to be, like, right now? Holy cow. Like, this game, everyone's just so strong. I think we just save at this point. I mean, if there's a chance we can peace out with anybody, we should take it. Ironically, the closest we can probably get to an alliance again is back with China, even though they just attacked us. How long since the start? It's been about an hour. I mean, it's becoming a little bit more realistic to potentially fight China, as a lot of people are. We do have a peace treaty with them for how many days? 7,000. Ugh. Just cannot win here. I think we got to gear up to fight China. And then after that, who knows? Best advice for winning domination: take fights you're guaranteed to win. Like that you have a 3-to-1 advantage on. Is it worth betraying China? Getting that big negative effect on us. I mean, we're already, people hate us so much. Craft, what do you think? You think it's worth fighting them? I mean, we really don't have a chance of getting an alliance regardless. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. All right, here's our plan. We do have a peace treaty with China for 7,000 days. They are incredibly weak right now. They do have 12 million reservists. I think our best shot of staying alive here is taking out China right now. And the reason I'm saying that is because the rest of the world hates us regardless. I don't suppose we can get a cheap alliance treaty with you. You want 500 million. Okay, so no friendships here. I think, honestly, we're going to go ahead and get ready to fight China. So let's just go ahead, grab everybody, head on over. And we'll start really targeting the good areas of China. I mean, they do still have a ton of reservists left, but not a lot for us to be incredibly concerned by. I just don't want to fight Sweden, to be honest with you. If we can take their economic might... Although, hold on, Malaysia's about to fall. Hold on. Diplomacy. The Philippines, Kazakhstan, Afghanistan. No one that, honestly, that I'm that afraid of. Let's go fight Malaysia. Let's grab Malaysia's territory really quickly. The United States will take a lot of the heat away, and we can just grab this. See if there's a chance to peace out with the Philippines. We could. Although, honestly, we could fight the Philippines. I think we'll fight the Philippines after this. Yeah, they don't have any friends. Just Malaysia and Nepal. Let's split, try and take this island. We're not going to compete for the capital region because we just don't have the troops for it. And we don't want to fight the United States. I definitely think fighting the Philippines will be good for us. Grab that, and then let's go fight the Philippines. How many reservists do the Philippines have? They have about 4 million. We should be fine. If we can't get anyone to help strengthen us through diplomatic means, then we'll just have to kind of fight them here and now and grab it ourselves. Oh, actually, hold on. By fighting the Philippines and Malaysia, we actually got neutral with the United States. I mean, they're not gonna, like, no one's gonna peace treaty with us, but that does make other peace treaties cheaper, like Australia. And then Sweden is 26 million, but that potentially puts us on the line to get other alliances briefly. Okay, so being aggressive was actually a very good moment for us. Hopefully a lot of these alliances go down in cost. Indonesia, I haven't checked you. 60 million. That really worked well out for us. And we become stronger through it, so we're 8th and 10. Population went up a ton through that. Let's head home. Very successful endeavor. We could buy back the alliance with China for incredibly cheap. Let's do that for our own economic benefit. Yeah, we're back up to 68. Okay, we're back in it. Now, China's not the most popular person to ally, but just economically, like in the here right now, we definitely want that. We could also potentially fight Chile, because their only friends are Singapore and Uzbekistan. Singapore exists, you're telling me? Yeah, we would have to fight Indonesia for it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and fight down Chile. We'll fight for the scraps that the United States has left us. And we'll head right here for this corridor. Corgi, the video released today was really entertaining. I couldn't believe the comeback. Dude, I couldn't either. It was just like... I never felt like I could catch a break, and then like something would happen and be like, oh, okay, that's tremendous. All right, let's fight Chile. Go, go, go. Hopefully we can take the capital quickly and just move down south. Mexico has declared war on us. We don't really want to fight Mexico, but we can cheaply peace out with them. See, the stopgate was America the whole time. Now that we're no longer fighting them, everything's easy. All right, Chile is done. Wonderful news for us. 8 and 10 still, but a little bit better off. Let's head home. Can we take a look at our production? Can we do more? We can do a little bit more. Give me more killer robots. They're so expensive. You know what? Honestly, drones. That's good. Keep that there. And I think, honestly, we can avoid being the target for a little bit. Let's buy some tanks. Oh, 700. It's disappointing. Give me 9,000 killer robots. Just really heavily invest in those for a second. We're finally making $1 million. That's great. How do we stack up against the world at 2.5? Not amazing, but better than some of these people. And I don't mind sticking around. I don't mind not being a front runner for the top 10. As long as we can stick in it by fighting down other countries that are in it, like Japan would be just amazing. They're pretty strong right now, though. 32 million. Mexico, 24 million. Okay. Just keep holding the line here for now. We'll wait for a good opportunity to arise. We definitely need a lot more piercing, though. Need to focus on that. So, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and start, when I get big numbers, producing a little bit more. Or just straight up buying more drones. World average is 2.9, so I think you can lower military spending. No, I'm going to keep it even. Like, we're losing just a little bit, and I honestly don't want to lose more. Iran's an interesting target. They have 10 million, but it's all on foot soldiers. They have another 7 million in reservists. I mean, that's possible for us to do. I just don't know if we really want to, how much we really get out of it. Now I think while we're in a Cold War state, we up our production tab, so we're making 42%, mostly in drones because we need to kind of catch up our piercing to our attack power. And wait for something big to happen, a big player to fall. Like, obviously, it would be great if the United States fell. We could take them out, or Japan, or Mexico, or India, or Brazil. Any of those would be just spectacular targets for us. But I think we wait for the time being. Are you guys fighting Sweden? Can we finally peace out with Sweden? They want 2 million. I mean, that's definitely doable. I think we'll buy that. See if there's any friends we can buy too. Buy back Iran. We have somehow become allied with Germany. That's amazing. That's actually really great. We didn't pay for that, but we got it. We could become friends with Argentina. Honestly, I'd love to invade Argentina. I think we don't rock the boat and we keep Germany as our mysterious friend and China. I mean, 68% exchange rate's not amazing. That's good enough. We're also going to be able to start working on Art of War. So anytime we get 5.8, we're going to spend that to get Art of War. Let's wait for a big person to fall, though. How New Zealand? I mean, not really worth it. Probably because of their, friendships. Indonesia alone is too much for me to want to fight. Although if I could become friends with Indonesia, 50 million. Honestly, I'd love to invade Argentina, Brazil, probably. Yeah, probably. Ooh, Iran is incredibly weak. I have a little bit more drones on the way. I think we're going to head over and fight Iran. They are friends with Bangladesh, Kazakhstan, Ethiopia, and that's it. Uzbekistan as well. I'm not worried about these two. Bangladesh could be a little bit of a problem for us. You got to remember that they're pretty strong. But I think we can definitely take that. Let's get this last unit of drones trying to equalize or bring up our piercing a lot. And I think we can go fight Iran. Oh, and we do have that level of Art of War. Perfect timing for that. Come on, drones. Okay, drones are done. Iran is still there for the taking. Let's head over. Hold on, I'm going to draw my own path. An opportunity for us to get stronger is always a good one to take. Belgium, dude, they are just perfectly in my way every single time. Okay, let's go ahead and fight over here. See if we can push for some land. Hopefully we get an opportunity. Yep, we don't get cut off. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and split our army. Start pushing for land. Ethiopia is at war with us. Let's peace out with them. Let them fight the other countries here. And so far, we're pretty well positioned. Let's just keep fighting over here, avoid the capital for now, and then you just keep pushing down south to try and block off Ireland from grabbing any more land, and also any other country from potentially coming in. Here come a lot of people. Why are they over here? I think because Iran was fighting Ireland. Yeah. Corey, what country are you playing? Tonga. We're doing okay. Ooh, that brings our population up a lot. We're finally top 10 population. 8th and 7 is a great place to be with the third best military power. How do we have third best? 20. How much do we have? 32? Where did everyone's militaries go? I mean, I don't mind it. All right, that's the end of Iran. Yes. Okay, good. Let's grab you guys, put you together. We're gonna have to have a little bit of a careful exit on the way out, so not anger somebody by crossing over their borders. But honestly, this is a one-way trip. We'll probably never be back here. I guess we'll anger Norway if we have to anger somebody. Ooh. China took some of Japan. Very interesting. They're going to fight for that back. Really love to get Japan. Another great economic country that would really help propel us forward. All right, Corey. What's up, Ern? How are you? Do we have availability to get into Kazakhstan? We do. Diplomacy, friends with India. We could get an alliance treaty with India, though. Hold on. Alliance treaty with India. Done. We keep there. We keep the alliance there. Who else are you friends with? Argentina, won't worry about. Nepal is dead. Now let's go for Kazakhstan. Remember how I said we were never going to come back here? Well, we're coming back there. India's fighting China. Oh. Okay. India loses that. Loses that pretty terribly. And they don't have any reservists. How strong is the military? 9 million. I mean, we could betray India right now, even though we just got an alliance with them. It would wreck our chances of becoming friends with a lot of people. Who are they friends with? Mexico. Fly off Mexico. and do the silly thing and attack a weakened India. Yeah, this is the plan. Let's go for it. Population problem solved. Prestige fell. We'll worry about that later. Argentina. Cheap. Okay, their army's basically non-existent anymore. Reservists are basically non-existent. We've captured Bengal, the Bengal region, and now we'll start pushing through the valley over here and really start collecting population. This is, you know, despite it costing us all of our friendships, I think is going to be a really good move for us. Okay, war status. We haven't lost too many troops. This has been really good for us. China's been distracted. They're fighting down. Oh, China's about to fall. China has fallen. Ooh, we did get that alliance back, but oh, we did pay for it, didn't we? It would be another prestige hit. Let's just keep fighting down India. We'll keep an eye on what the world looks like when this is done. But China's on the table. Okay, red alert, red alert. Brazil's going hard into China. We got to get back. Everyone back. Get out of there. Get out of there. Come back for India later. Is Brazil strong? They're strong enough. It'd be a pain to take all this away from them, but honestly, It might be worth letting them fight it down and then immediately turning and fighting Brazil. Do they have friends? Germany, Norway, Finland. They have a lot of friends. Okay, we don't have that opportunity. Get in here. We got to find a way into China. Go right here. Ammunition shortage is high. Unfortunate timing that China fell right as we struck against India, and India is always a tough nut to crack. But China doesn't have a ton of troops left, so it really shouldn't be too much of a slog to get that down a little bit, because we're not going to be fighting too many organized troops, or at least have it not go up higher than we already are at. I mean, we're at 16% already, so it's not looking amazing, but we should be fine, and the economic gains we'll get here will be worth it. Yeah, we're 3-3 right now, so this is pretty good moves for us based off what we've grabbed in India and what we're grabbing in China. Love to potentially block other countries from getting in here, so let's try and move up north. If we can force these other countries to go fight near their capital, we can grab a lot more land as well. We can also start producing more. Let's get these numbers up. For some reason, I feel like the bots are playing competitive. It's not so much they're playing competitive, is that we had such a stall out at the beginning to get into the game that it took us so long to catch up, and that's just kind of what happens when you play a legendary country. All right, we grab this last little bit, and then we're going to have to relax for a minute. We're just going to kind of encircle here and hold the wagons. We're not going to peace out with China. But our ammunition shortage at this point is unsustainable, so we're going to grab this last section, hold the line, and then just let other people fight it. Okay, good. Grab that. You guys just hang out here for a minute. We gotta wait. We'll obviously fight down the rebellions, but after that, yeah, we're just split and stand on the marks. Let that ammunition shortage come down a little bit. It is going to cut us off from a lot of opportunities from China, but if we continue on, we're dead in the water. We're losing a lot of troops. Pungi's New Delhi. True. We did get that. We can feel really good about that. So we'll get this unit of drones. We'll buy another large order of tanks. And then I think we'll be ready. Hopefully that'll kind of line up with the ammunition shortage. That's hard. That's hard. You don't really fight two, major powers back to back. Especially this late in the game. So it really hurts us, but it is going down rapidly. Buy that big order of tanks. Give me 1,000. Here, 945 is good enough. As soon as these guys are done, I think we'll be ready to start again. It's going to be hard because of how divided the world is. I mean, we're in second place with 20%, so yeah. All right. Ammunition shortage is an acceptable level. We're back to pre-war kind of starts or strength. So let's go ahead and start fighting down more of China. We're going to mostly push up north, but then send a unit over here to fight as well. Grab some of this territory, really focusing on the economic power places, which is basically everything we're fighting right now. But it's important not to let China get too strong again, so let's just keep fighting them. Got to get this capital moved. Hopefully it doesn't move like here. It moves over here. Okay, capital's been moved. Good. Send you up north. And I think that's really it for the economic zones over here. Yeah, so let's just focus up north. Grab you, go over there. We don't know where the capital has been moved to, but hopefully it's somewhere over here. It's right there. Perfect. So the United States will take a lot of the flak. We can grab a lot what's left of China over here, ignoring the Himalayas in the process. We could also buy a ton of tanks. Let's go. How's the production tab looking? 27%. Very good to hear. Raise this up. Apply that. Great news there. And currently, as it sits, we are 2-2. Military power is 4, so we definitely need to increase that. But we put a lot of our force into getting this Chinese land, so we're more than happy to make that trade. Yeah, the United States is eating all their military, so now we have a lot easier path forward. Plus, this land's a little bit less populated. Country we'd love to go to war with is Brazil. They have 50 million. How strong are we? 35. Ew, okay. But Brazil falls. We need to really focus their Chinese holdings and their Japanese holdings. They might have a problem with Japan here in the near future, because Japan's going to want that land back. Who's first in population? Imagine it's the United States. Yeah. United States has declared war on us. Okay, can we peace out with that? We cannot. What are they fighting us for? Alright, since we're at war with them, let's not push China anymore. Just bring our troops here. I think maybe we go back to fighting India. And see if this situation with the United States resolves itself. I mean, they're not that strong. They're at 18 million. They have 9,000 tanks, though. We'll keep an eye on that. If they keep pushing this fight in China, losing more and more troops, Argentina's back at war with us. We can potentially peace out with this one. Sweden, are you ready to stop being... Nope, you hate me forever. Okay. Let's keep an eye on what the United States is going to do, because if they get too weak, we'll fight them. Pakistan's also beefing with us. We're friends with Mexico. Get that alliance treaty back with Mexico. Peace treaty with Bangladesh. And let's go fight Pakistan with one of our armies. We'll bring the other one over after this one's done. But Pakistan still has a lot of their great territory left. Good, India's done. Let's move over. Grab Pakistan's population. That will help us out a ton. I mean, we're going to be 2 and 2. But this might no, I mean, it's not really going to lower too much. Okay, the United States is invading us. Where? They're invading our Chinese land. Oh, that's the one I was going to need. Let's finish up with Pakistan, see if we can peace out with them. I don't really want to fight them. Give them the land you took? No, they're going to want a lot of my Chinese holdings. I'm not going to give them that. All right, that's Pakistan done. Let's go ahead and just continue our fight with China, as it looks like the United States is a little bit focused elsewhere. We have more troops than they do. They have 29, we have 43. So I'm not the most worried about them right now. That obviously can change. If they fight somebody else, I'll definitely fight them in kind. But we're not exactly a pushover ourselves. It's probably a random pixel somewhere. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be something really stupid that they want. But if they're going to fight for it, you know, we'll fight them back. Don't your troops die when you go over more dangerous terrain? Not really. I mean, if you're fighting over dangerous terrain, then like tanks have a disadvantage. But when you're just fighting rebels, it really doesn't matter. All right, the United States is back. Let's go ahead and pull back our troops. I think we can be pretty happy with our little empire here. We are the second strongest military, and if the United States wants to pour a lot of their troops into fighting China and potentially somebody else, we'll obviously fight them in kind. They do have a lot of friends, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. As we kind of remain the oddball out here in terms of friends. Go home. Is there a setting to see how much money you make every year? I mean, that's right here. That's this number. Glory to the Tonga dynasty. I mean, hey, we're off to the best start we've ever had. I mean, it hasn't been easy. This is still going to be a tough battle. We're making a good amount of money at this point. Become friends with Canada. Yeah, let's become friends with Canada. 500,000 for that. So now we're basically NATO. Or excuse me, NAFTA. As we have friendships with Canada and Mexico. Doesn't really help our exchange rate out a lot, but will help our defensive score out a little bit. I mean, we're 42 right now with the second strongest military. That just kind of shows how much the world is allied right now. Let's go ahead and get another level of art of war. So now we're just going to wait for a big dog to fall. We're looking for Brazil. We're looking for the United States, maybe the United Kingdom. Your Bow Sunday was cool. Looking forward to playing with you next month. Yeah, dude, it was fun. Yeah. Does Argentina have friends? Yeah, they do. And they're also pretty strong for what they are. They have a good amount of friends. I mean, not a ton at this point, but, you know, we need to fight somebody big. So unless somebody is, like, dead and small, we're not really looking for anyone small. Your progress is decreasing, which is a bigger deal now. Yeah. We could go up to 3%. Bring this all down. I mean, we're not going to get any record by any means. I'm just looking for the survival, so I don't really mind it too much. If we get up to 100 million, though, I think we can fight the United States. I mean, how's their diplomacy again? There's oh no, that's ours. Diplomacy is amazing. Wow. 23 friends? I don't think we could. Brazil has 21. Yeah, something's gonna have to desperately shake up for us if we're gonna survive. Check if Germany has friends. Yeah, they're definitely still friends with everyone. Plus, they have 50 million on their own, so that's alone's worth not even having to look. Yeah, everyone's strong at this point. And anyone who's not strong is probably not someone we're interested in. Cold state, yeah. Definitely in a Cold War. I don't want to make the first move here. Especially as we're like 66 million. The United States is catching up to us at 42. There's not a ton of great targets. Like, I'm sure the Netherlands has 36 million troops. We're getting much longer till stream ends. Until at least we win the game, I'll tell you that. So we could be here for another hour or so. I mean, I know we're already at 2 hours. We're very strong. I mean, we're the #1 military. They have 123. We have 200. So I don't think anyone's going to mess with us. But we gotta have somebody do something. So I think we can go ahead and speed up a little bit. Hopefully nobody just straight attacks us. Like dive bombs into our capital. Check if Thailand's strong. They are. I just checked. You just need a sprinkle of luck. Yeah, we just need a little bit of a path forward. If the United States would do something stupid, then this game's in the bag. We're allying with Indonesia. I don't really want to become friends with them. Yeah, 113 million. If anything, it's worth buying a peace treaty with the United States, but I'd honestly rather spend that money on getting stronger myself. So I think we just continue to keep waiting. How to attack in Dummynation? You click your army, you hit the attack order. Oh, right there. The swords. And then you click on where you want to go. I think Nepal's weak? Yeah, but what do we get out of it? Other than potential enemies, because Nepal probably has allies. Yeah, look, they have 20 allies. Is it worth fighting 20 people to get the world's 37th best GDP? Nah. The best thing you can know how to do in Domination is when not to attack. Like, this is a moment not to attack. Everyone's not doing something. Well, let the AI make a mistake. Because you don't want to waste all your troops in meaningless fights and then miss out on the big fight that you did want to be a part of. 50% is a little bit aggressive. Let's go ahead and lower that. Check diplomacy. I'm going to be straightforward with you. If somebody was kicked out of anything, they'd be getting attacked or attacking somebody. When the world is like this, there's nothing to check. Trust me on this one. I know it's a little disappointing because you want to see fights. But right now, the best thing to do is to not fight and just keep building. Somebody will make a move first. It will not be us. I will not be first striking anybody at this point. How's today going? I mean, hey, we got a start on the first try, which is better than the last run we did. So we can be pretty happy about that. But we're stuck here at a pivotal moment. We need something to go our way. What country are we going to do next? I don't know. It's a fan vote, so whatever people vote for. You're Tonga, right? Yeah. You can see at the top, we'll always tell you the country. By the way, if you're above the world average, planes are more efficient to get than tanks, and speed is very nice. I'm mostly looking for the armor. I mean, I'll get some planes, because I don't disagree with you that diversifying is important, but I mostly am looking for the armor. Man, nothing, huh? That's crazy. Is Tonga your country the blue one? No, we're the kind of this burgundy color. That's in China here. The blue one is the United States. I think that's, or Australia. I think when the next war breaks out, when we break out of this Cold War, I think we'll be able to push all the way to the win. Just because nobody's doing anything and we've just been accumulating so much strength. Just make the first move? No, it's foolish to do that. Trust me when I tell you, if you make a move now, you lose the game. So you're the greenish color? No, bro, this color. Do you see it? The one that says Tonga? That's the color we are. We're also moving up slightly in the world's rankings as well. Yeah, we're going pretty aggressively. Not as aggressive as the UK, but 3.64% is a pretty good amount to grow for. I'd love to get the military spinning up just a little bit. Yeah, give me there. It's not much of a difference. Is there any cheaper way than getting Dummynation? First off, it's an indie game, so I mean you could play it on mobile for free, but at the same time it's $11. So if you're trying to like find a way to download it for illegally for free instead of paying the $11, I would say, hey man, like the guy worked really hard on this game. So you can play it on mobile for free if you like it, save up. I really don't think there's anyone in the world that has access to the internet that couldn't afford $11. Now, the big difference between our military and other countries' military is they have like foot soldiers. So they're pulling from their population, where we're only pulling from our population in terms of reservists. So I think we'll continue to keep growing. And tanks, obviously. How many countries have you played at? I don't know. How many are in the Dummynation playlist? I can afford it, no problem. I bought multiple AAA games for $60. Just $10 is a little bit much for this, in my opinion. I mean, if you're here watching the game, $10 is not anything for a game. So I think your sense of value is pretty warped. But if you don't enjoy the game, then like, yeah, $10 is probably a little bit too much. But I mean, I've put almost 1,000 hours in this game, so $10 is a good investment for me. Here we go. Japan, what's going on? What are we doing? Down to 19 million. Ooh. Diplomacy. They don't have a lot of friends either. I think this is a moment we could strike. We have a lot of troops. Now, granted, they have 19 million, but they're mostly in gunners and commandos. Reservists, they don't have anything. Let's schmooze on over here to Japan. Bangladesh has fallen. I think they were trying to protect them. But I'm pretty happy with attacking Japan. 100 million. He's definitely strong enough to get this done. And they're out of troops completely, so let's start splitting. Colombia's declared war on us. We're not going to worry about that. We'll just peace out with them. They do have a strong military, but easy peace out. Now, this won't change our numbers by any means, but it is a nice economic target to get. So, very happy just grabbing Japan, a pretty easy war for us as well. And we do get to have a few pot shots at the United States because they try to come over here and grab some land. Now, I don't believe Japan was allied to the United States. I think they were just coming over here to grab land, but stealing that away from them feels good. All right, let's send everybody home. Really didn't lose anything on that. Corgi hasn't done 200. No, I think the number's somewhere in like 70. Again, you could check the playlist and see how many countries just by the number of videos I have. That's how many countries I've played. I haven't played a single country off stream or off not making a video. Do you watch Eurovision? No. I saw some rumblings about it on Reddit. Late night Reddit. Who won? Are you planning to win? Well, I mean, that's kind of the point, I would say. A moment of panic. I looked and I saw I had 12,000 tanks. It's like, I did not lose 12,000 or 8,000 tanks fighting in Japan. Austria won. Congratulations, Austria. I saw Israel was in it, and I was like, Israel's competing in Eurovision? Is like, so does Europe just count as any country that wants to be in it at this point? Why Brazil twice? I think I did one as a challenge and then video to like do something, and then one as like a conquering every, like actual winning. Israel is in Eurovision, so is Australia. How is Australia there, man? The United States has kind of fallen off. They've done some tomfoolery somewhere. Not exactly enough for us to go yet. Because again, you got to think of their reservists and then also the diplomacy. But they're down to only, nope, still at 24 friends. They haven't lost a single friend. Brazil was the second or third country you did. You lost the first time? Ah, that's right. So I did. But we're slowly just power creeping up. I mean, we're at 37%. We were at like 28% a while ago. We're slowly creeping up. So is our exchange rate as well. Which country are you from? The United States. I mean, we're playing as Tonga right now. I'm not sure exactly how you're asking it. But the world is really slowing down. It's been a while since we've hit a real slowdown like this. But at the same time, this is kind of what you can expect in a legendary start, is you just get ooh, did you just lose a little bit of friendship with? Nope, not even a single bit. That's a straight lie. It said they strained the relationship with the United Kingdom. I looked at the United States, they're still at 91. I hate these news articles. They're just lies. I have 14 minutes. I might not make it. Yeah, I mean, at this point, the game's not going to end in 14 minutes. I hate to tell you. The USA Central Asia border looks like Germany Empire border would with Poland. Oh, kind of like this area. I could see it. I could see it. Oh, we missed out on Argentina falling. That's fine. It's not a big fry. But it's good to see the world active. It's eerily quiet. Yeah. Not a lot going on. I mean, it has been a minute of being quiet. I'll give you that. It's been like 20 minutes, I feel like, since we've had anything to do. You can attack? I can't attack anything right now. The world's too aligned. Looks like we're going in recession. Yep, we are. Corgi, is your ADHD kicking in? I mean, it's always firing is the thing. I'm just kind of sitting here and be like, please something happen. Let it go. So, I mean, at the same time, though, we just keep advancing our research. I mean, Art of War getting up to 70% is pretty good. Does UK have no tanks? I don't know. I haven't checked their actual army composition. Yeah, they have no tanks. But again, like, you know, I was looking at it earlier silently. It's 31 friends. We can't fight the entire world. Although them fighting Colombia is nice. Because Colombia is kind of big. Brazil declared war on Mexico. Go! Fight each other! Do something! I would beeline over here and take all of this land. Really love to fight Brazil. Or the United States. The big soldiers like to get foot soldiers? Yeah. I mean, most of them don't invest in the technology. Oh, here we go. To get... oh, Mexico's really weak. Diplomacy. How long have we been friends? We don't have an alliance with them or a peace treaty anymore. Let's head over to Mexico. Here's our plan. You ready for this? We're gonna come over here. We're gonna go on Mexico. We're gonna hit diplomacy. We're gonna say actions, diplomatic interference. We need to go down by 10. Execute. They don't like us anymore. We're not allied. Let's attack Mexico. Now, we will have to potentially deal with the wrath of Mexican allies, but Mexico is going to be a nice one for us to get. In fact, no one has declared war on us yet, so let's really push this. Double check your friendships. Who were you friend with? Nobody. Okay, so we're in the clear. Let's go ahead and start splitting pretty heavily then. All right, that's Mexico done. Greece gets a player off the board. Brazil walked out of that one pretty unscathed. So did we, though. So an overall move for us, but at least it kind of propels the game forward a little bit. Also spend 100 million, get a few more tanks out there. We're just really waiting for the United States to fumble. Auto split in general does a terrible job at splitting. Yeah. It really, like, unless you're, like, at the end of the game, I really don't recommend it because it doesn't prioritize good land. Like, it'll send your country, your troops across the world. It splits it in very uneven ways. It's much better just to pause the game and auto split. Unless you're finishing off a country with tiny islands, then you can auto split to speed things up. Yeah, but how many times do you actually do that, right? Australia. Do you have a lot of friends? You have 20 friends. You're kind of like the weakest in terms of friends.
Get an alliance treaty with Colombia. Why not? They don't have a lot of friends. We don't have a lot of friends. They have 50 million troops. That'll be useful. So our two friends are Canada, which is incredibly weak, but probably... Oh, God. How much longer till we have our alliance up with Canada? We're done. They have 5 million troops, you said? 6 and 10? Let's split our army. Half of you go here. The other half is going to go here, and we're going to get ready to fight Canada. Wasn't expecting that in this run, but honestly, nothing else is happening, so let's get involved. Say hi to me, Corgi. Hi, Daniel. Attack Peru. Peru's pretty strong. They got 25 million. All right, let's go ahead. Diplomatic interfere. I think we just need to do by 5. Oh, interfere first. Boom. And let's go ahead and attack Canada on both fronts. East and west. Trying to stick near the United States border where their valuable land is. But they should not be able to put up much of a resistance. In fact, there goes the military right away. So let's start splitting. Thailand's declared war on us. We'll peace out with them here in a second. Oh, can't peace out with them. Italy is a bit more of a concern. Can't peace out with them. Ooh, let's actually start recombining some of these armies to 30 million stacks. To defend against other countries. Split you guys and push. We'll be fine. 30 million should be enough to deal with any kind of invading army. I think if we split further than that, we risk a lot of unnecessary attrition. All right, peace out with Peru. It's only 3 million. Get one person out of the way. Now we'll just kind of gleefully go through the rest of Canada. Canada's probably the country I take the least in this game. Wait, I didn't realize Thailand and Italy were so expensive to peace out with. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping my troops together. Otherwise, I was really planning on splitting and getting this done quickly. But at the same time, you know, we're not missing anything. Oh, this Germany's over here now? That's unfair. I mean, I think we grabbed everything that we actually want. I thought I had blocked the way from Germany. I didn't think they could count this bay as access. The Hudson Bay as access into more Canada. But alas, here they are. that's kind of all we really want. So let's just go ahead and head home. We'll come down here and grab this area, though. If anybody else wants to fight for this land, they're more than welcome to it. I think we have more than enough to satiate our current needs. And Canada, it looks beautiful in Tonga, Burgundy. And we have 40%. How close are we to first place? About 11% away. Yeah, go get them, Brazil. Use your troops up there. Canada barely changed colors, right? Our cheapest alliance treaty is $200 million. There we go. We found another friend in Nigeria. That's two friends, Colombia and Nigeria. Both pretty strong. I'm really considering fighting the United States just to rock up the world, even though that's pretty foolish. But alas, take Australia. I mean, that would also rock up the world, as they have 23 friends. What happened to all your friends? We never had any. I mean, China was our only friend, and obviously they're dead. China and India were kind of the two that we got big alliances with, and obviously had to attack them. Yeah, they were absorbed. They were absorbed into the greater Tonga good. Maybe say to take the United States. I mean, the problem is they are so strong that they can just build up troops. So, like, we have more than they do, but not by, like, an incredible amount. Plus, you also have to factor in the United States has a ridiculous amount of friends right now. 22. That's gone down, thankfully, but still a lot. At this point, I'm considering also switching to fascist. That would make the world really hate us, but at this point, they're not liking us anyway, so we might as well get the benefit from it. It does, I believe, stagnate your economy a little bit. Yeah, it would stagnate our economy is the problem. Fascism reduces your international standing. Yeah, but my point is, like, we don't have any, right? We have two friends. And then, like, what's the cheapest friendship after that? We could buy Peru for $4 million. Who's about to die? In fact, let's let's leave Peru. Also, it reduces your exchange rate. Yeah, but if we got the military bonus, we could probably take out, like, a United States. I'm not saying we're going to do it, but it's something I'm considering for sure. We are at war with Thailand. They have 20 million troops. How many friends do they have? 16. Anyone I'm super afraid of? Brazil. Indonesia. Frick. All right, we finished up Art of War. I'm going to start developing war tactics. In addition, which just basically strengthens our troop capabilities. It does take constant research. We can't fall below 600. But that gets us going on that front, and we'll kind of start working down like military intelligence for experience. And hopefully by the time that the world kind of breaks out of this stalemate, we will be so ready to do a lot of damage that we can just win quickly. Does the news of disasters affecting different countries actually have an impact to those countries? Not really, no. It's just kind of there for flavor, if anything. But I really don't like it because sometimes you'll be like, am I at war with someone? And be like, hold on, you need to learn about Finland and Denmark establishing diplomatic relations. Or you know, you scroll past Antarctica. Yeah, the world turns upside down, and you can turn it right back up. I keep scrolling. Yeah. Let's actually lower this amount to 15%. I think that's fine. I think going beyond this is real diminishing returns. We still need research. What happens if you use a nuke? Basically eliminates an economic zone from a country, thusly weakening their overall score. The reason I don't really like to use nukes, though, is because if you're going to nuke a country, you're probably also going to want to invade them, so it just diminishes how much you get out of invading them. So I personally don't use them. I think their benefit is pretty slim to none. You're losing percentage? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we still maintain the biggest army in the world. The big thing is here that, like, as soon as we are able to fight someone, this will just naturally go up on its own. We're not going after a world record. There's no way. We didn't get lucky. This is just about winning, and unfortunately, we're just kind of stuck right now. It's literally world peace excluding you. True. It literally is. It's so beautiful, except for we're not in it, you know? I mean, we have 200 million. I'm honestly considering fighting Brazil. Are they friends with the United States? They are friends with the United Kingdom, which is going to be a pain. They're not friends with the United States. The United States actually doesn't like them. I want their Chinese holdings. All right, a little bit of a poor move here. I'm going to go ahead and fight him. I'm just bored at this point. We've basically been sitting here for about an hour just waiting for something to happen. Very rare the game has not ever developed, but let's go ahead and fight Brazil. Even though they have a ton of allies and it's not smart to do, we might be able to peace out with them and at least get some progress going. Brazil has 70 million troops. How many countries have declared war on? Oh my god. Okay, important the United Kingdom did not, but Turkey probably is strong. Not that strong. Belgium? Yeah, we're not gonna be able to peace out with anyone. Let's just fight them down. Shake up the world a little bit on our own. Not something I typically advocate for. And we can't buy off anyone, but hey, we're here. We'll just bring our giant death stack and just move it along. And with this mostly gone, I'm going to go ahead and split. Or Brazil's army gone. I'm going to split once. Just see if we can make a little bit more progress. Check who has the lowest defensive score. I mean, the problem with doing that is like those two countries are not going to have great GDPs. So I'd rather just force it a little bit and grab a big country. You're not wrong. I'm just saying is just like I don't have the patience for that. We've tried to do the right thing for like an hour and it hasn't paid off at all, right? All right, we've grabbed most everything we want over here. Let's grab an army and start moving them over here. We should be whittling down most of the armies at this point. Yeah, Australia's only got 5 million. They are best friends with the United Kingdom, though, which is a little bit too much to chew right now. Oh, there's Finland. New friend to come in, fight. Nice. I mean, it is a slow march, but it is progress. It is progress. We're at 42% right now, so we've regained a lot of the kind of rates we've lost by keeping our research and everything up. But our war tactics and art of war are really paying dividends right now, as we're able to take a lot of territory very fast, even though we're fighting so much of the world and Brazil's ridiculous militias. You should just go fascist at this point. I mean, you're not wrong. God, Spain dropped a nuclear bomb on us. Hey, good. They're getting attacked. A lot of nuclear bombs going off. I don't want to have the entire world's attention on me right now. But look, everyone's fighting each other now. This is lovely. The United States is also getting involved. Yes, if they fall, if they continue to keep fighting, we would love to get involved. They're fighting Germany. Who are Germany's friends? Germany lost all their friends. That's unfortunate. Here, let's take this army here. Can we get here? No. No, we don't have the troops for that. Ah, okay. So we can't get Germany, just keep fighting here. At least the law of the world's off of us. EU's breaking apart? Yeah. The time of peace has now ended. The United States is down to 15 friends. Very good for us. And, oh, whoa. Is that their all total troops? It is. Okay. We're going to get ready to fight the United States. They've fallen off as much as they're going to. 50 million is a pretty good start. We're also taking advantage of some friendly fire opportunity here, without necessarily getting the blame for fighting them. How are these troops holding up? 50 million, 38. So definitely losing some. It's okay. We've been building up back here a good amount. How's the production doing? 43. Want to keep increasing that. We're going to keep it around 50%. How many reservists do they have? 43. Okay, so it'd still be a fight for sure, but they're getting weakened. United States has lost all their friends except for the United Kingdom. This is very big for us. What's their troops look like? 30 million. We'll finish up this last section of Brazil. In fact, let's just peel off now. Bring everybody here. Give me a big order of tanks right before we go. Give me an order of planes. They'll be faster. Gather everyone right here. How much do they have? They have 60%. So in theory, if we grabbed all of their land, we'd win. The chances of us actually grabbing everything is 0. But they're weak enough for us to fight right now, and that's worth it. So let's go ahead, start fighting in Florida. Give me Tampa Bay. The United Kingdom has declared war on us. I don't know if we can peace out with them. They are strong. We can. That's definitely worth it. That was like their only friend left, and now we just fight the United States down. So as soon as we get these two armies, their real army and their reservists down, we'll be able to split really aggressively and grab a ton of land. Reservists are done. Now we just need to see their real army fall. How much did we lose? Barely anything. I think we lost like 5 million. And now we can start splitting. And let's go ahead and split again. Take a couple units and head to the West Coast, just to grab San Diego, LA, and San Francisco. So if anyone tries to fight from the West, we don't lose anything too valuable. And so far, our invasion has been incredibly successful here. In fact, I think we could probably fix our production. Yeah, 40. Let's just bring this all the way up. And say that's where we're going to be. And I imagine this number is going to come down pretty drastically. So we'll be producing a lot. We still have a lot of the United States to invade. Let's make sure we consistently start invading the coastlines, though, to make sure that nobody grabs this good land away from us. You could grab Seattle and Portland away. Basically, anyone who wants to try and invade the United States at this point is probably going to focus on their Africa holdings. And our war is going very well. We're at 82%. We could start looking for the easy victory with the United Kingdom, or if we just keep pushing down the United States. So let's keep pushing down the United States for the time being, but keeping an eye on the United Kingdom as they have really fallen off. If we could grab London, what would that mean for us? I mean, they have 15% with all of this, though, so I think we just continue to keep invading down the United States. We'll worry about who grabs the land later. Right now, everyone's very distracted with the United Kingdom. They're not really paying attention to us. All right, I think we flip off the United States. The United States has 17%. It's very much divided. We could easily take an army and go fight the United Kingdom. So let's take these guys with 32 million. There's no one left in the United Kingdom to fight. Let's actually bring you guys over as well. Leave the rest of... Split our army in half. Leave these guys. Where are you going? That's your path? Okay, frick you. Just keep fighting in Africa then. As soon as we get this big army, we're going to start fighting down the United Kingdom, and that should basically even out. So when we're done fighting the United States over here, we can immediately turn into fighting the United Kingdom. All right, let's go straight for London. They only have 10 million left, but they don't have it here, and I don't think they have too many reservists. No, the reservists are all gone as well. So we'll see if we can bait out their last army. Let's have you guys start working on this land. And this should be the victory here, as we have 95% pushing aggressively into the Russia lands currently occupied by the United Kingdom and the United States lands. We're also grabbing mainland United Kingdom. Now we're at 98%. Yeah, we're starting to really roll now. What's France at? They have 8 million troops. Do they have a lot of friends? Kind of. Who's higher on the leaderboard? France is third. Just fight France. Just fight France. Grab this land. 99%? I don't even know if we'll need France. No, we didn't. Hey! Tonga dominates the world after a very long 69.17k days. Oh my goodness. We ended up in quite the Cold War there at the end, but able to pull it off with an aggressive move on Brazil. But that is going to do it for today. So as we do start to wrap things up, just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the video. If you have made this far in the video, hey, give it a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put a video 6 days a week. But for now, boys, I will see you in the next one. You guys want to see where that puts us on the leaderboard? Ooh, 13th. Yeah. We did not have a good score. Not at all. Platform 16th. Nah. Just couldn't catch a break the entire game. I'm just happy we beat it, to be honest with you. Alrighty, boys. But that is going to do it for today. We'll wrap things up. We'll be back with Territorial tomorrow. Adios. Have a good one.